Hello, hi, welcome back to Success Automation Part 4. In this top in this session, I'm going to talk about how to use the placeholder, what is placeholder, what is how to click the button, and all that I'm going to cover. So quickly we will move to the Visual Studio. So in the last class, I access the application and log in the application by using Xpath. So same application I'm going to take here. So if you see in this, I'm just creating this test, and this is also same logging the Orange HRM application. So in the this seventh line, I'm just accessing the application, and here in the 12th line, what I'm going to do is how to use the get by placeholder method. How to use so this get by placeholder method is I'll explain the application. We go to the application here, Orange HRM. So just right click this text box, inspect. Here if you see this, I'll copy this complete element so that I will explain here. So if you see here, this input box HTML tag, there are a lot of attributes are there. Input is a tag and attributes are class, name, and placeholder and autofocus. So we are going to talk about the placeholder, this placeholder. So this placeholder nothing but our placeholder method in the PlayWright. Get by placeholder. So they have specifically mentioned the attribute name by creating the method get by placeholder. Get by placeholder, whatever the value inside that placeholder. For example, what is the value? This is the value inside the placeholder tag. This is attribute, sorry. Placeholder is an attribute. So just take this value and put it here. And you need to put in the single quotes. You need to put in the single quotes. And the fill method, as you know last time, I explained. So similarly, I'll go to the application here and input box, right click this, inspect. So again, I'll copy this element so that you can understand clearly. I'm just putting here, this is the password input box. Again, if you see this tag, the tag is input and attributes are class, type, name, and placeholder. So we are going to consider this placeholder. This placeholder we are going to talk. So get by placeholder means this attribute placeholder, they have created one method called get by placeholder. So whatever the value inside that attribute, this attribute placeholder, what value this is the value. You have to make sure that whichever the object you are focusing, that tag should have the placeholder attribute. For example, the placeholder attribute is here, placeholder attribute is here. If it is not there, you cannot do. So similarly, I'll go to the button here. I want to click as the button. So just copy this button, copy element, and paste it here at the top. So if you see here in this button, we don't have the attribute called placeholder. I'll just divide this line. So this button is the tag. Button is a tag. Button is a tag, and other there is a attribute type, class, and some other things are there. So Here, if you see, if you observe here, there is no placeholder attribute. So for this, you cannot use the get placeholder. So you cannot use this method. I'll go here. You cannot use this get by placeholder to click the button. See, this is our button, 18 line. Because I cannot use get by placeholder here to click on the button because there is no get by placeholder attribute in the button HTML tag. You see here, nothing is there. So in such scenarios, in such cases, what we need to do is we have to use get by role. There is a method called get by role. So get by role means the whatever the tag name you have to consider. If it is a button, you have to put button. If it is a link, you have to put link. Like that you have to do. So we have a we have the tag button. Same thing, you put this one here, button here, and this is the reserved word name. Whatever the value inside that button. For example, this button has this login value. This login means this one. I'll just show you. This login is there, right? In this application, login. This value you need to put inside this name colon login. So now you want to click this. Just click this. That's it. Now, I think these are three things you understood. The another thing I want to discuss today is to be visible. So before clicking on this login button, I want to make sure that login button is visible or not. There is one way by using that you can do. So, but get by role headings. Heading is a reserved and name is a reserved and whatever the value it is there. For example, if you see this login is the value login login. Same thing you have to put here and name is the attribute and because we want to validate the heading, the label on the button, you have to give heading here and to be visible. It will make sure that it is visible or not. Because if it is visible, then only you can click. Otherwise, you cannot click. And there is one method here, expect. Expect is a method similar to your assets or verify in a Selenium. So whenever you want to make sure whether asset equal, whether the actual and the expected value is same or not, similarly we use expect here. So I think you understand all this one. So I'll just go here. Again, I'll just share this screen. First thing we are importing. Second thing we are creating the test. And here validate orange login with with placeholder method. Same thing we are logging, but here we are using placeholder. This placeholder nothing but your attribute name inside your input tag. This placeholder. This is not like something different. You have to be very careful that this is your placeholder attribute should be there inside the tag, whichever the object. This is the username tag. Under that, there should be a placeholder attribute. Then only you have to use. Otherwise, you cannot use. So just get by placeholder and whatever the value inside that, what is the value? Username is there. And fill is to enter the data. And when you want to click on the button, you have to get by role this method. If you see the get by role, what is the tag name? The tag name is button. Just copy this button here and name is reserved. What is the value inside that value button? We have a login. this login. Just put this, and if you want what are you want to perform some action or whatever you want, you can do it. So quickly I'll run this program so that you will get a clear idea. So I'm just dragging this so that you can have a clear idea. So to run the program, npx playwright test, just click enter. Validate orange HRM login with a placeholder method. I just put that scenario name. Same thing last time what we did with XPath, we are doing the same thing, but here we are using the placeholder method. That is the difference between the last class and this class. So it has entered, it verified that, and it log into the application. I just given the some hard wait here, so it will wait here because it is I have used 2 times this one. No need to use this one. Comment one of the hard wait. Again I'll run this application. Just save this application. Remove this thing, unnecessary things. It's opening the browser, entering the URL. It will enter the username and password here. It enter the username, password. Yes, done. Again, it's wait. Unnecessary. We don't want that wait method. That's okay. We can remove this. Clear this. Again, run. So if you observe this here, it is opening the browser and is entering the URL, entering the URL, and it will enter the username password. So it enter the username password. Yeah, it has clicked on that application. So all these things are passed. If you see here, it has click button, visible, everything is passed. So like this you can do it. Hope you understand. So in the next topic I'm going to cover the other methods. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you.